Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lee and today we'll be designing a playable area for my game Sleepover at Sam's. It is a horror game and this is obviously, if you can't tell, is going to be a church area. I have set up a space here to build the church. Not sure how big it's going to be or if I'm going to have it just indoors or some outdoors, but I thought I'd give myself plenty of space to work with and set it up so I can have both if I choose to. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be creating a church horror level. And so this is like an environment design video, so if that sounds interesting and you want to see more videos like that, make sure to like, comment and subscribe to help the channel grow. And dead quick, if you like horror games and you might want to play Sleepover at Sam's, make sure to wishlist it on Steam when that becomes available and check out the trailer that has just come out for it as well. Right, now with that being said, let's get into the video. Originally my plan was to basically use this church and mess around with it. I had already cut out 2 holes because I was going to make pathways here for more playable areas. Not sure how big I want it to be yet, but I kind of just start with it and then see what it ends up being and then build on it from there, rather than spending forever planning it out and never actually getting anywhere with it. I decided against using this because inside I'm just not that keen on the interior. It's not so easy to swap out for something else. I did start making the video before and I tried messing about with it and it was just more effort than it's worth to just, might as well just start fresh. So I just spent a couple of minutes having a look around Fab, having a look around my existing meshes and things to see what I've got, what I want to use, and I've ended up coming up with what I think is a pretty good kind of basic set. This is what I'm hoping, planning on using for the internal flooring, internal walls, ceiling. Obviously I did consider using that for the walls as well, but I quite like this. See, on the outside I've gone with like a white painted brick that's started to wear off. Here you can see the white painted brick when it's like brand new. That's what I was originally tempted to use, but I think I'm going to go with the faded style. I found a church window, which then I've tried to swap out some bits for so you can see through it. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go with that yet. And then looking at this one, I was just looking at how they've done it because it's quite a decent little design and I've tried to emulate some of the positive points, and I'm basically going to build it out of that. So I've got the roof, the inside roof, the walls, the floor, got some stuff for the cemetery or the graveyard. This is something churchy, so we'll bang that in there. And then this I made before to go on top of that church so that you could see it from further away, but now that I'm not using that, I might just use it for the one that I'm building. And here we've got some floor meshes that I might use. This one looks pretty good for outdoor paths. I don't think I'm going to use that one, it's too new. Generic flooring and the wood flooring. And that's about it really, I think. So, oh yeah, and then obviously we've got like the pews and a couple of chairs and things. Right, so now that we've got pretty much everything we need to start, let's get into it. I was originally planning on building it here and going this way, but it doesn't really matter. And now that I happen to have just been putting some of the things together to see how they work together here, might as well just carry on with this. In fact, I'm going to have it this way, and we'll just start working with it here. I'm going to go ahead and group that. Not entirely necessary, but might make it a tad easier. In fact, it's going to make it a bit more of a pain in the backside. Let's have a look. Oh, well, the grouping didn't seem to work at all. That and that we'll start off with. Settings are all okay. Alt and drag. Drag it into place. Slow it down a little bit. Alt, drag into place. Not really sure how big I'm planning on having this. Let's go with 4 to begin with, shall we? And I'm thinking 2, 3, 4. Drag them out. Yeah, I thought that was the case. Control Z to select, to go back to having them all selected. Looks good. And then I've left that at the top because it overhangs. I need to resize it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and the ceiling 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so they're all selected. Alt, drag across. Swap to rotate, 180. Move it into place, something like that, and move it down here. Looks okay, I think. No, this is tiny. Yeah, it's a tiny bit out. Control Z. It's hard to see those tiny little differences when you've got the yellow line on it. You just kind of got to guess sometimes. You know, I think that's so close it really doesn't matter. Then we will go with this one. I'm gonna hit this button, I think. So then this little pivot thing has changed in relation to the item, not the world, which makes it easy just to slide this like that. I'm gonna do the same here. And that's pretty good. Select them both. Move it on down. Move it on down. And bugger. That's fine. That's fine. And then one more. And check that's about in the right place. Yep, looks okay to me. And this one, I've got a little bit of overhang on. That's what I want. That's the best way of doing this. Is that right? Obviously that's not. Right, so we have the very basics of a general shape. Then we'll move this. 180 it. 90 it, not 180 rather. Get it in place. Look out for the corners. Something to that effect, I think. I might put something on the corners to make that look better. One thing I can do is browse to this, create another one, duplicate it, underscore wall triangle, and I'm just going to call it church so I know. Right, save that, and then I'm gonna make sure that it's in place. No, I'm gonna need to change that to 1. Scroll it so diamond thing. Is that right? Well, that'll do. Close enough for jazz. And then what I'm going to do is move it across to the right. And do that. Back to 5. Now do that. Same this side. In fact, no, not the same that side. This one, I'm going to swap with that one. Then we are going to use modeling, polycut. I've shown a billion times what that is, so I'm just going to use it in favorites. That. Move it into position. Angle it the way you want it. Right, and then extend it. Obviously move it back up again. And accept. Save file, save all. So now we've got that's perfectly cut out. Can't get any more perfect than that. So if you want really good, really well fitting shapes, that's a good way to do it. Right, selection, file, save all that. Now, go through, get rid of that. We should just be able to copy the lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alt, and then once altered shift, release, swap it around, 180. Got to decide what we're doing this bit. I'm gonna try and find browse to assets, assets here actually. About what was it? Custom waterplane. That's what I was looking for before. Custom. Modules is under pillars. There we go. Right, and I'm gonna grab that material. I'm gonna just use it here. Do the same thing there. We need a door, so browse to asset, find the doors, modules, door 1, nope, doors, door and window. Oh, I've not seen that one before, that's cool. Double door, center, that one will do. Then we got this. Keep doing that. Right, and I'm probably gonna duplicate that. SM, floor, church, small. Save, and then I don't think resizing it doesn't look bad. Oh yeah, maybe we just leave that rather than messing about with it. We just resize that one. Quite often it looks terrible when you resize it, but it seems to work on this, so leave that be. Just thinking maybe have like a little canopy bit, something. I'm kind of taking inspiration from this. We had a small wall. No, I meant to browse to asset. Browse to asset. There we go. Why have I got it set so fast? I don't know. Okay, that one I want it. Find that. Touch there. Might have to cut out some holes and make some windows and stuff. That works pretty well. Control Z, Alt, and then pull it across so it copies. Right, what was the gist for this one? Yeah, just a door, and then maybe I just drop them down. Yeah, I'm not sure about this, but let's go. That looks reasonable. Right, so 0.5 maybe. Copy, rotate, and hope it works out. Looks pretty good. I just need to find the center ish. Decent. Yeah, I think that looks decent enough. We'll put it forward a little bit. Probably should have it there. Right, and then we're gonna need doors. We're gonna need all the other jazz. So we can probably throw this up on there as well at the moment. That, and that side, I believe. And if we regroup, should be able to shift it about on its own, or as one. I don't know why I said on its own. No, didn't have that one. Select that and regroup again. We are golden. Right, use the cross to center it. Something like that. Needs to be a bit further back, do we think? That looks pretty decent. I'm gonna try one of these, using one of these pillars, not pillows. Move it across here and see if we can use that to create like an architecturally looking bit. Just increase the size. Don't know if you'd have painted brick though. Might change it to like concrete or something. Ungroup so I can move that up a bit. That's good. Something like that to begin with, and then we'll put some windows in. But let's have a look inside. We cannot see anything. Lighting, in fact, point light. Alright, go inside. Right, yeah, I mean, it's a church. Oh, did I not grab the one on the outside? Okay, so for this one then. Is there not? Yeah, there is, right? So that one looks like it needs to be does it? Yeah, look, that's got a bit more detail on the outside, so turn that 180 back in. And obviously this isn't going to let light in. So you got to decide whether or not you're okay with that. Because at the moment, not letting light in's fine because you can't see through those windows anyway. That does make it easier in some ways. If you want light to be coming through, you're going to have to use something else. I did change this glass bit to just see through glass, it works perfectly fine. But then you're going to have to cut the wall out so you can actually see through it. And I have one there, I think. And then something like that, because I want a doorway. And then we'll go symmetrical. And this window I just found on Fab. Oh, it does that. Why does it do that? Where did it go off to? Changes to down here. And it did copy. Such an annoying little quirk. Right. That's good. And again, 90-degree turn. Try and get it in the middle, which I think I did get this in. Something like that. There you go, and I think I'll try just increasing the size of that one. And decreasing it that way. That looks fine. I wonder if I can get away with resizing that for this bit. Oh, not bad. Okay, so the shell of the church is done. Obviously it looks a bit lifeless at the moment. We'll add some other details and things. But for now, I think that's a pretty good place to stop, as I don't want this video to get too long. So I'll do this as a part 1, and then I'll release a part 2 where we add all the details. So if you like the idea of that, make sure to like, subscribe and all that jazz so that you can see when that video is released as well. So thank you very much for watching today's video, guys. I truly appreciate it. Again, please do comment, please like, please subscribe, and please order the game when it becomes available. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.